We first met all the way back in 1985 in high school when we were sophomores. We met at a dinner before the homecoming dance. We were with different people, but Jen took one look at me and she had to get some of that. And so we started dating after that for the most of our sophomore year. Stop making me laugh. But Jen was super popular, so she moved on to more popular guys in high school, although we stayed friends. And then when we were 22, we ran into each other at a nightclub, and she remembered that she needed some of this, so she jumped back on the bandwagon.
Oh my God. Yeah, start over.
No, that is not inappropriate, and I wasn't saying it in that way, Jane Earl. But she dumped me again, because that's twice that she dumped me. And then when we were 25, I was a sucker again, and we started dating, and guess what she did? What did you do? You dumped me. You want a different word?
No.
Okay. And then, so we didn't see each other for 17 years, and then we were connected on Facebook of all places, and then she finally realized that dumping me wasn't a good idea, and now she's marrying me.
That's right.
We first met in college when my roommates and I went into the library where super cool Troy worked as a librarian.
Yes.
And my roommate introduced us.
Yes, and I will tell you, you don't think when you're older that by saying the words, "Your friend is hot," will land you a wife, but it did.
How did we first meet?
My sister used to date his best friend.
We went to the Harp down in Newport. It was a little Irish bar, and here's this little freckled
Mel walked in
sitting
in a pea
there.
green suit.
Yeah.
Thinking he was
It was my zoot suit,
that.
you know. And I turned to Julie, her sister, and I said, "Hey, who's that?" He goes, "Oh, that's my sister." I said, "Really?" I said, "I need to go out with her. Why don't we go across the street and go to the bar?" So that's how we met. From one bar to another.
Well, we met in 1984 through some friends.
It was 83.
Actually, 83. We didn't start dating until 84. Gosh, long story short, she moved back to New Jersey because we were young and busy having fun. Down. And she went back to New Jersey, didn't get her way. So we stayed in touch, we were always friends. And she came out to visit in 90, 91 and kind of rekindled things 92. And she was living back out here, moved her back out in 94, married in 96, and here we are.
My mom told me, it's time to get a job. So, of course, I interviewed at a public pool. And the day that I interviewed, Michael was a lifeguard, and I was speaking with the general manager, and he walked in his red shorts and his bronzed, buff body, 16-year-old body, and that was I think you said hello, and I said hi, and then I ended up getting a job at the pool. So. That's how we worked together.
Right, and I remember when the first time I saw her, I was coming in from a shift. It was at 32nd Street in Thomas at Perry Pool, and she was bending over by a table, and I knew at that point.
Oh, what? I don't think I've ever heard that.
What do I remember most about our wedding? I remember the reception most about our wedding, mainly that all of my side and my friends got stuck at a little table in the back, and all of her family and friends had all of these nice tables at the front.
And that was just your table of friends, not your family in the back.
It was a beautiful day. It was a little warm. I don't actually remember the ceremony much. Don't remember doing the cake cutting or what have you.
I think I was passed out.
It was a blur, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long night the night before. But it was a beautiful ceremony. And I'll let you take over from there.
We had we were young. I mean, we dated for 10 years, so I was 25 when we got married finally. And we had about 40 single friends that came to the wedding. So again, 100 people were there, 40 of them were young single friends. So, and it was in Mexico, so it was a little bit rowdy, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh. Nothing. Our wedding day, what do we remember about our wedding day? Well, that's a loaded question.
That's a really loaded question.
Can we skip that one?
What I'm most looking forward to about our wedding is finally, after all this time, being able to be Mrs. Watson.
On the sentimental side, I'm looking forward to seeing her in her dress for the first time. On the fun side, I'm looking forward to Jen monitoring how much I drink because she wants me to remember everything.
Yeah.
My biggest pet peeve about Mo, let me count the ways. Well, just yesterday, he was at a baseball game eating popcorn like he had never had a meal in his life, and he doesn't really care. Chomp, 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 chomp. Drives me crazy.
I have to feed the Buddha.
He takes his time, going to the bathroom.
I don't like where this is going.
If he needs to go have his alone time in the restroom, it's like a 45-minute thing. And now that we have two kids, 45 minutes adds up. That's the only pet peeve I have about him, but now he's officially embarrassed.
Your insane obsession with checking your cell phone.
I'm not sure it's insane.
It is.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Because you check it all the time.
It's fun.
And then you're in the middle of reading an email and there's nothing else going on around
At least
you.
I don't do it when we're driving.
Really?
With our children, everything that has to be told no or anything is always mommy. Mommy says you can't do this. Mommy says you can't have ice cream right before dinner. Mommy says you can't beat your sister up. Everything is mommy's fault.
You shouldn't be so mean.
Gary's a little OCD.
Just a little.
It's very hard to keep clean around Gary.
On the other hand, she's kind of a little nickname, my little messy Marvin. So we kind of opposite that on that way, but I don't know. Opposites attract, I guess. They can.
They do.
I'd like to say I don't have any pet peeves about my wife. I am mindful of answering this because we're driving home for about 6 hours in the car. I will say Jackie is habitually, perpetually late.
Every night about 10 o'clock, right when I get into bed, I've had a long day, I'm tired, I'm just ready to go to bed, I get, so what'd you do today? What's going on? What are you doing? When she could have asked me that from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock the whole night.
She is absolutely obsessed with creating lists about everything in the world that needs to be done, when it needs to be done, how it needs to be done. And sometimes the lists turn into my list because I will find little Post-its with list of things that I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I love you, but it's still my pet peeve.
Well, things
You should have
need to
seen
be
how
done.
many lists there were for this wedding. It was insane. There's probably lists in the room right now. There's probably lists
Oh, there are.
everywhere.
There's lists about the lists.
That's fantastic.
I know.
Okay.
I have no pet peeves. I love you.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
What I love about my wife is that she is a wonderful mother and a beautiful wife, and she puts up with me, so that is what I love about my wife.
Well, she keeps me in check. She's my rock. I don't know what I'd do without her. I would be lost.
Her role as a mother has probably been the most significant to me. We've got this little peanut, and then we've got a 16-month-old at home, and how she's able to raise them and love them while still maintaining our lives and her busy work schedule, to me, is amazing.
No.
That's
don't
a
think so
big question. Well, I don't know where to start, I could say, from head to toe, the whole 9 yards, everything. I mean, there's nothing that I don't love about her. How's that?
The thing I love most about Troy is that he makes me laugh. Every day is an adventure, and it's always something funny and hilarious that I can make fun of him about.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's all I got.
Seriously, I can't imagine my life without him. He's my rock.
I already said that.
I know, I couldn't think of anything else.
He completes me in every way. Where I am deficient, he is, stellar. And now that we have two little ones, I could never have asked for a better father and husband. So he's pretty much perfect at almost everything he does, which is a little bit crazy. But I'm, I can't just nail down one thing other than the fact that he's completely, he loves unconditionally, and I'm grateful for that.
What I love most about Mo is his generous heart, actually. He's got the biggest heart, and he's the most generous person I know. I did good.
What I love most about you is how much you enjoy life and you don't sweat the small stuff. everything will always be okay. And that's a good compliment for me, because I worry about things you shouldn't worry about, and I get stressed easily, and you help keep me calm, and you remind me of the important things.
What I love most about Jen is she's the most complete person I've ever met. And what I mean by that is she's kind, she's thoughtful, she's smart, she's funny, she's beautiful. She's just this perfect package, and most important, she's perfect for me. And I love that it took me 30 years to get her to finally become my wife.
God, I love you.
You know what?